Have the police turned up any more evidence that points to Anthony Zakar as a killer?
Nothing forensic. There was a text message in the mayor's cell.
What does that say?
It wasn't Anthony.
That's it? I mean, that could mean anything. It wasn't Anthony who killed Letitia or Emily or who tried to strangle Carly.
Or it could mean absolutely nothing at all. It could be a fake to slow down the investigation.
You know what? I gotta tell you, I'm beginning to think Zakar had nothing to do with Emily's death.
So am I. Which means that the real killer is still out there somewhere.
And targeting the women in my life, and I want to know why. The only thing all these victims had in common was me. Letitia was my kid's nanny, Carly was my ex-wife, Emily and I worked together for a little while. This has to be about revenge.
Letitia, maybe. I mean, I could see one of our enemies breaking into the house, killing her to send a message, but the problem is there's been no follow-up, there's no demands, no threats.
Sure, but what if the killer made a mistake? What if he went in to kill Carly and killed Letitia instead? And then went to the ball to finish the job?
That still doesn't explain Emily. I mean, if someone was doing this, Sonny, to torture you, don't you think they'd want you to see it? Yeah, no one knew that you were going to be at the ball. As far as Trevor and Zakar were concerned, you died when that limo exploded in Puerto Rico.
But this all happened after I showed up.
I still don't buy that Emily's death is connected to you.
Emily and Letitia were strangled. Carly almost was. Do you think that was just a coincidence?
No, of course there's a pattern there. I'm just not sure it has anything to do with you.
Well, I can't take that chance. If this freak is out there going after all these women, Alexis or Kate could be next.
Sonny, you know how Kate feels about guards. She wouldn't even let Max put a security system in her house.
Jason, I can respect that Kate wants her independence. She can live her own life all she wants. But she's going to have to accept that our relationship together has made her a target. And I got to do what I got to do to protect her. The way you're looking at me, you think I'm wrong?
I agreed to stay out of Jake's life, so no one would make him a target because of me. I mean, that's the only way I know how to protect him.
So what you're saying is that you think that I should, what, just walk away from Kate?
She has to make that decision.
How can she? I mean, she doesn't really know the danger I've already brought down on her.
I can only assume that you're here at Sonny's request.
What you and Sonny do is your business. I just need to say to you that if you're involved in his life, you need to understand the danger that you are facing.
And there's no chance that you're exaggerating the so-called danger for Sonny's benefit.
I don't think I really have to. It's obvious that everyone knows that you and Sonny are involved. He bailed you out after you were arrested. He had his attorney represent you at
As
trial,
he
right?
has for countless business associates.
Yeah, but the difference is none of them camped out all night in Sonny's hospital room while he was recovering.
Okay, what's your point, Jason?
Anybody who wants to get to Sonny is going to consider you a target. And by refusing guards or any type of protection, you're pretty much asking to get hurt or killed.
So, are you trying to scare me into ending my relationship with Sonny?
You should be scared. With everything that's going on, Sonny's enemies wouldn't think twice about using you to get to him.
And in your opinion, the only way for me to stay safe is to let Sonny protect me.
Kate, the danger is real. Now, how you decide to deal with it, that's up to you.
You're right. You're exactly right. It is my life, and I have no intention of letting Sonny control it, or anyone else for that matter.
All we're talking here is some guards for your protection.
But that is the first step of getting pulled into Sonny's life. I mean, when do I lose my identity completely, Jason? When do I go from being Kate Howard, the independent magazine editor, to some woman who dutifully leaves the room the moment the business is being discussed?
I'm just saying that if you don't have some type of protection, you could get killed.
Fine, I can pay for my own guards.
Yes, you can. And yes, you should. In fact, it's much better for you to rely on your own considerable resources than to depend on Sonny's questionable ones. Hi, Jason. It's nice to see you. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to ask you to leave because you're in violation of the spirit, if not the language, of the court order.
What court order?
The one that Kate asked me to file against Sonny.
Got a message. Detective Harper want to see me.
Harper's out on a call. Have a seat, Morgan. I'll let him know you're here.
Oh, Mr. Morgan, he's a very, very busy man. You don't want to keep him waiting.
I don't mind.
No, tell Harper to take his time. I got this. After you.
This is a bad idea, Lucky.
Why you trying to raise your son but not ask you a few questions?
It's because of Jake this can't work. You can't be objective, and I can't let your hate for me interfere with finding whoever killed my sister.
And his car killed Emily, and our investigation's going to prove it.
You sound pretty confident. Is that because of the evidence you have, or just the way you're making a point?
It was a car I had the most motive out of anyone. He killed Emily to make a point. That man, he would have never laid eyes on Emily if it hadn't been for you.
You want me to be responsible for Emily's death? Would it be easier for you if I just went away altogether?
You know what? Why the hell do you think I was willing to continue to live this lie and pretend to be Jake's father? I don't want the violence that surrounds your life ever touching that little boy. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to make damn sure what happened to Emily never comes near Jake.